Silver squeezers! It's Ensha here, and I'm in Perth, Australia. And I'm back here on holiday. I haven't been here for 2 years. I live in Japan a lot, and also Bali a lot. So yes, I went to the Perth Mint yesterday, and I would like to talk about the Perth Mint sometime. But I did talk to the Degen guy, and I thought one or two or small number of people might be interested to hear about the silver squeeze in Japan. So I just wanted to also say that I'm very happy today because my mum, she promised me when we had lunch yesterday she's going to buy me a new metal detector because my old one broke. So that was one of the things I was doing in Japan because I don't speak Japanese. I was so bored there. Was I was doing metal detecting on the beaches there, and I don't want to make anyone jealous, of course. But I did quite well. There's lots of rings to be found on Japanese beaches. So if you're ever interested in doing that, it's fun. Very addictive. My machine broke and my pinpointer broke roughly the same time in the same week. So I gave it up for a year. Haven't done any metal detecting for a year, and so I'm very excited that I might start again. So Japan, the silver squeeze. It was quite bizarre because the first thing I did 2 years ago when I went back to Japan was I needed a stash of silver. I needed a new stack. So I traveled over to Osaka, second biggest city, and went to the biggest bullion dealer, one of the only bullion dealers. And my friend had bought silver at that bullion dealer a couple of years before, so I didn't think there would be any issue. And when I got there were signs saying we sell gold, silver, platinum. And went in and said, okay, I'm here to buy some silver bullion. And the lady goes, oh, no, we only sell gold and platinum. And I said, okay, nande? Why? And she said, because ninki janai, it's not popular. And you know, I knew she was doing a bit of a Perth Mint there thing. A Perth Mint thing there, telling a bit of a lie, but I didn't say anything. I just bought some gold and sold it a year later for a bit of a profit, even though gold had gone down, but Japanese yen had done pretty shit. So that same day I went and visited a number of silver jewelers because silver jewelry is very popular in Japan. They have silver jewelry shops just for silver, and people non-stop going in and buying. And a lot of the Instagrammers in Japan are just wearing silver. Gold jewelry is not that popular there. So I went to some silver jewelers and I said, okay, where do you guys get your raw silver, and where can I get some silver? And they told me that very same day that whenever silver comes to Osaka, it's gone in a few days. You know, it's very popular for the silver jewelry people fighting over it. I said, okay, so why did this lady lie to me at the silver bullion place? So went back to my home 4 hours away. Thought, how am I going to stack silver? I knew people in Japan who had bought from Singapore. I didn't want to buy it online. I didn't trust it. I thought, who knows when the silver squeeze could end and silver could dry out. I don't want to pay a large amount of money and not walk away with it. I don't want to wait a week to get my silver. I mean, turns out that was a bit optimistic. Silver squeeze is still going. But I had to find some other way of getting my silver. So I started just going to second-hand stores and looking for reasonably priced sterling silver, and good. They have a chain store, secondhand store called Book Off, and some of their big book offs, they have big sections of silver jewelry. And if you go through and find the ugly pieces, you can get your 925 for below the the fake Comex silver price. So that became my hobby. I have a decent stack in Japan now just from visiting book offs, and so it's all silver jewelry. And I've done nothing really to help the silver squeeze there, but what to do? So that's pretty much it. Japanese people are very trusting, so they're quite easy to mislead, even though Japanese people are great. And my wife is a great Japanese lady. I'm sure I'll think of more later, but it does seem to me like there is a bit of a conspiracy telling the public that silver is not popular, and only really selling gold in the stores. But if you want silver in Japan, you can get it pretty well priced. Bali is the best place in the world to buy silver, by the way, but that's another story. Okay, thank you, silver squeezers. So that last video, I forgot to mention two things. So I was living in a place called Ise, reasonably large place, and they had one book off secondhand store. I would sometimes buy some silver there. They also had a place which we call a pawn store in Australia. I don't know what you guys call it, which buys and sells gold and silver. It was only for gold and silver. They would buy your gold and silver, and the brand names ones that would sell back to the public. So I used to get really good silver there. I'll get old Japanese silver coins. But I'd have to get in quick because he had a guy who would come and he told me that he will buy his silver, which he would sell to me or him at the same price, which was about 80 cents US per gram, which was above the fake spot price, but there was some good stuff. So anyway, I know this guy who came to collect his silver, just travels around Japan and does that because my other favorite place, which was 4 hours away in Nagoya, it was the same situation there. I would just have to call them and ask if they had any silver, and if they'd been cleaned out by whoever was coming around, not just them, other secondhand places as well. It was a bit of a theme. I went to one secondhand place and I asked, do you have any 925 silver? And he said, oh, I just had some guy come and just buy everything. He was just after the same thing. I've seen secondhand stores in Japan which have signs on their front window saying, we will buy your silver. They don't say that about gold, but they will buy your silver. So although you couldn't buy silver easily in Japan, it was very easy to sell, and they give you such a shocking price. It's like 30 cents a gram. No, well, that's Australian. 20 cents a gram US for your silver. So they're ripping people off. Okay, that's the first point. Second point is there are so many old people in Japan, right? Millions of old people. And my wife's grandma, she's very old. She's 99, and she got hospitalized. So we thought she was never going to come back to her home. So we, a lot of us grandkids, we started going, organizing her house. And yeah, it was fun because we're looking for cool stuff through her house, and we're going to share it. And obviously I was looking for the old coins left around. And she was really good at hiding stuff. She would hide a lot of old coins. Must have done it ages ago. And just in random places like match boxes, I'll open up. No one will look there. They'll think it's matches and chuck it out. I'll open up and there's a coin in there. And I found about 15 older style 100 yen coins, which are 50% silver. I found a few of them metal detecting as well. So I also found a silver spoon, and I found something else with silver, I can't remember. This is just one person, one old person, and there are millions. So there's a lot of silver in Japan, and when some old person dies, their kids just take it to a second-hand shop, flog it, and then people come around and collecting that silver. And I've been told they're melting it into bullion. They're melting it into ingots. So it seems to me like it's some kind of silver recovery operation. Who knows where that silver is ending up? Could be ending up at the comics. Who knows? But for all we know, silver mining is not increasing to this big demand over the last few years. And they have managed to be able to keep silver available. So it is possible that one portion of that is being supplied because of this situation in Japan, where there's a lot of people, old people who have silver, and the young kids the grandkids are kept in the dark about the value of silver, selling it for 20 cents US per gram to the second-hand places, who are then quite happy to sell it for 80 cents US to whoever the heck is traveling around Japan, buying it and melting it. Could be a big operation. We don't know. So, see you later, dudes.